You're beautiful.
So are you.
Thank you.
I like your shawl.
Thanks. I like your scarf. No, your shawl. Yeah, I like your shawl.
Scarf shawl.
Your scarf shawl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi. I'm
Hi.
Andrea.
I'm Jasmine.
And this is the beginning of week 5 of our spring Floozy Knitalong.
Wow, you remembered.
I did.
Okay.
I was practicing.
So what are we knitting?
We're knitting the Floozy or the Floozy 2.
Both of them are gorgeous sweaters with the same sort of circular yoke.
They both have the circular yoke. This is the Floozy 2, as in T-O-O as well. And the Floozy is a cardigan that has the same yoke pattern.
How did you decide your colors? Because a lot of people, I think, don't choose really mixed up variegated skeins for sweaters because they're afraid of pooling.
Right. So I actually chose this color on purpose because I've been wanting to knit with it for years. This is a color that we make every year in honor of Pride, and we call it Everything is Love. This dye lot was last year's second dye lot. It's a little lighter than what we usually have, but I wanted to see how it knit up.
I like that we did a dye lot of Everything is Love in a more pastel tone.
Yes.
Like, it's loud and it's proud, but it's also not quite out there.
I wanted to see how it would knit because there are a lot of different colors and various shades of each on here, and I wanted to see whether or not it would pool and how it looked knit up because...
So we have a few skeins left in case you like how it looks knit up. Let's show them.
Yes.
And
Here,
then,
help me.
Then we're going to be dyeing our third edition, or is it the 4th year now of Everything is Love?
4th year.
Okay.
So,
I love this, Mom.
and it's not, I'm going to move this. Oh.
You might not ever get to wear this because I'll be holding it.
It's not pooling, is it?
It's not pooling. Now, you used
and
a
it
certain
didn't pull on the sleeves either.
So the sleeves, you just alternated skeins, but the body, you're doing something else, right?
Yes, and you know what? I didn't even think of it myself. 2 weeks ago, we were at Knit Night here in Pictou, and we have Anne join us from the 3 a.m. knitter, and she said, "Oh, are you knitting the body helix knitting?" Okay, just
They can't see it like you had it set up before.
Okay.
I want everyone to know how beautiful it is.
And I want to give credit to Anne from the 3 a.m. knitter for the fact that I'm doing the body, not alternating skeins, but using all the skeins I had left in helical knitting.
So that's how they're all in a rotation, right?
They're all being knit at the same time, so they're all attached, but there's only a certain segment that is each color, and then you just drop the yarn and pick the one up that was left behind from last time. And it ends up being that each skein is knit in its own row in a spiral simultaneously with the other ones, and that's what makes the helix.
So it's a wonderful way to mix all the colors.
Yes.
Is it easier than
like
carrying yarns? Like the way that we did the sleeve?
It is, because you don't have to twist your yarn around each other. You just have to make sure that you don't pull it too tight. And I think if you do pull it too tight, because I did, you can just go back and move ease the tension by pulling along the row.
Oh, adjusting other stitches on the row. Yeah, I do that sometimes.
But basically what this is used for usually is to knit one row stripes. So if you were doing a hat and you wanted to have it striped but don't have any of the jogs in the color, you would knit it using the helix method. And I did it for my sweater, but not everybody will need to. I just did it because I had all these crazy colors that I didn't want to have pooling.
So if you have 2 or 3 different colors in your skein that you're working with, you might want to consider helix knitting. We're going to have a tutorial video linked in the show notes.
Yeah, because here are my 3 skeins that I've got left that I'm working with.
They're so pretty.
They are all beautiful, but they're all really kind of different from one another. And so I didn't want to have different colored sections on the sweater. And I thought it would be better to do a row of each and really have the colors blend better.
So you didn't think of helix knitting on your own. It was sort of a thought that was given to you by the 3 a.m. knitter, whose podcast we're also going to have in the show notes. But So that means that you started to knit part of the body doing the carrying method that you had done for the sleeves.
Yes, and that was fine because I still had lots of each color, but I didn't want to have to keep switching them out.
So, but switching from one way of carrying yarn to doing the helix knitting
was not complicated.
Didn't disrupt the sweater as a whole.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
So even if you've been doing it another way, but you want to give this a try, it's still possible.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of nice to have it like smoother.
Yeah, but what's it like when you're taking your yarn? Like tonight we have our knit night at A1 Pizza, Waterview Restaurant. What's it like carrying the yarns with you now that they're all attached?
Well, they're all in the right order, and you do need to like be somewhere where you can, when you're finished with one color, put it at the end of the row again, and then knit with the first one in the row, and then put that one to the end so that you're not going to get a big tangle.
And doing that shuffling doesn't tangle the yarns?
No, that keeps it from tangling.
Okay. I asked because myself, I've never tried the helix knitting. I've watched a YouTube tutorial, and I'm just really curious about how it plays out. So
I think that it's explained really well in the tutorial that we're going to have in the show notes. It's another very pink knits one.
Of course.
I like her.
We've been talking about how wonderful her tutorials are, but if we want to continue to use YouTube, we're going to branch out into tutorials of our own, especially over our knit designs and things that we've done.
Yes.
And in order to be able to monetize or go live with you, we're going to need like a couple hundred more followers.
Yeah, because they don't let you go live on YouTube until you've got X number of followers.
I think it's 1,000 and something like 4,000 or 5,000 views.
Yeah, and the advantage we had when we were always doing the lives on Facebook is we could read the comments and comment back. And it was sort of a jilted way of doing a conversation.
It was more interactive.
It was more interactive rather than us just have to...
So, if you're watching this video and you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Yes.
Yes. Even if you don't comment, just share the Cal, or any of our other podcast episodes to a friend or two of yours that you know likes to watch those kind of things while they knit or crochet. And hopefully we get the message out there.
Yes.
I know that there's a lot of knitting podcasts, and I think we do things quite different to other people. But that's sort of our MO.
I think everybody's got their own little way of doing things. So, and we just keep being us.
We do. So this is, I called week 5 the monotony of the midriff because, well, it seems...
You can do a lot of
pain.
You can watch a lot of YouTube videos or whatever knitting this because you don't have to think about it. There's no increases or decreases on the body at all.
In fact, it's so true. Your attention tends to ease up as you knit the body.
Yeah, which I kind of like because I like A-lines.
She just naturally makes her sort of A-line.
Voila! And I really like doing top-down sweaters. And like I explained when we were doing the sleeves before the body, it's because this is all the yarn I have left, including this little bit from another skein. And I can just swirl it into the mix and keep going until I'm close to being finished with all the yarn. And then I'll just do my ribbing and cast off.
Right.
Yeah, so... It's a great way to make it as long as you possibly can.
Yeah. And you do like a good long sweater. And I know that we're coming into slightly warmer seasons where sweaters and even shawls like I'm wearing are going to be more evening things that we throw over as the weather continues to be really lovely, but then cool in the evening.
Well, even this, right?
Yes. So every week we have another object from the shop that Andrea has dyed and handmade. And this week...
I'm going to move this aside.
Okay. It's aside.
So that we can see this better.
Okay.
And this is...
tell them about what you're wearing.
This is a cotton eco-printed shawl/scarf.
So that's
quite
dyed with
wide.
Maple leaves and birch leaves in there.
Yeah, and there's some sumac as well. Oh, rose leaves.
I don't think
maple.
they can see it quite as well this far away from the camera.
Right.
Do you want to take it off and hold it up?
Sure.
Or... They're really lovely, and they do wrap around your neck twice, is it?
Yeah.
And
And they're long, like really long.
someone had wanted to use one as a beach sarong once, didn't they?
Well, it's... Well, there, now you can see the leaves on it,
Yeah.
I think.
So we have a number of eco-printed cotton shawls. We also previously showed the silk printed scarves. You do this with project bags, and with leftover materials you even make aprons. But
Right.
this is going to be one of the options for our prize winner for the Cal. Maybe not this one in particular. You will get a choice.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry to make you take it off.
I'm not putting it back on.
Okay. Anyway, they're very whimsical because while they have the impression of the leaves, you sort of do this thing where the dyes fade out at the edges a little bit.
Yeah,
It looks
it's got like a watercolor kind of...
I've always said that it looks like a watercolor painting. And anyway, it's really unique.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, this can be worn as a shawl or the way I had it, as a scarf.
Mm-hmm.
So...
And it's great for the summer over a dress as you just step
Just
out.
put it over your shoulders when you're going in someplace to...
Or to dress up any outfit, yeah.
Yeah.
It also makes a great gift if you don't know what to get someone for Christmas or birthday.
And what are you working on?
So
this is
I
just
know
a
this is week
sneak
5.
peek.
We're not really talking about what I'm doing, but I am looking ahead to ways to use our 50 grams and our minis. For those of you who are doing the Year of Adventurous Knitting with us, this hasn't been blocked yet. It's going to be nice and long, this
And
lengthwise and airy, but also pull it down. It's going to block out to about 19 centimeters wide. Inches wide, and then across. And it is, I'm doing a chevron stitch for the pink sections, and then lace work like fishtails in the colorful little variations. I chose unusual colors.
I really like it.
But yeah, I wanted it to be a stand-up piece because in the summertime we wear a lot of airy, lighter colored dresses or tops or linen, and so I wanted something that was a pop of color in an interesting way.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, this design is 100% my own. It's still in the making, and hopefully, if you want to be part of the next Knitalong,
these color sections you would do is 25 grams per section.
Yes.
So this particular sample is going to end up with 2 blue sections and 2 green sections.
Because we have 50 gram skeins in our Echo Merino, so I just wanted to show people how you can use them. But it's actually going to be broken up. You could do 4 different colors from our mini sets.
Yeah, or you can make it longer.
Yeah.
With more minis and smaller pink sections in between.
Exactly.
Or whatever main color.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's going to be our next Knitalong.
Fun little project. I just thought because for the summer we're all going to be on the go, and we don't want anything too hot and heavy in our lap. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. I hope you like it.
Yes, let us know.
Okay. And in the meantime, don't forget to post your weekly project pics.
Update. Yeah.
The last one came out yesterday. They're in the event itself. I'll share it to the Year of Adventurous Knitting group. And yeah, hope you're having fun.
They're really coming out nice. The projects that have been shared.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love to see it.
Somebody even took their Floozy on holidays.
They did.
Yeah. And she said she knit the body before the sleeves because she just thought that while she was on vacation that would be easier. And that makes sense. So she's going to end up on Sleeve Island. And somebody wrote a nice little write-up about being out in the waters and heading for the island later.
It's all right. You don't have to do it our way. It was just how to switch it up and make it unique.
And it was a way of talking about all the different aspects of the knitting.
Exactly.
Yeah. So thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to more pictures.
Yes.
And
I want to say,
you can do this.
On top of subscribing and sharing, if you're working with our yarns and you love it, would you mind writing us a review either on Facebook or Google?
That would be good because it really does bring us up more when people do searches.
We've had a number of people from different towns, different provinces asking after our yarns. We do offer wholesale, so if you want to inquire at your local yarn store,
encourage them to contact us and we'd be happy to collaborate.
Sounds like we're asking you to do a whole lot.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Thank God knitting's relaxing.
all these thoughts are swirling in our heads, and we can't always reach out to every yarn store. We try though.
We do.
And so yeah, we're looking forward to doing a couple shows this year and getting our yarns in a couple more stores. There's talks underway. But that being said, what's the one that we're going to in May? May 4th.
It's called May the 4th Be With Us.
No, that's...
It's,
It's the Spring Fiber Fling.
That's it.
Is the
in
name
Halifax.
of the festival.
But it's on the 4th.
It's on the 4th of May from 10 to 4. The details we have shared in our stories and on our events page on Facebook.
It's going to be a nice event.
It is.
Yeah.
I think a smaller festival, but there is going to be room not only to view and shop with vendors.
It's going to be a spot where you can just hang out for a while and knit with your friends.
Exactly.
So, hope to meet everybody.
Yeah. Okay, so in the comments, in the show notes, look for the tutorial for the Helix knitting. Look for the 3 a.m. Knitter podcast. Look for links to the yarn in case you want to knit yourself something with Everything is Love before we get on to the next dye lot. And that's about it.
Yeah, happy knitting.
Happy knitting, guys. Thanks for joining us yet again.
We'll see you next week.
Be natural.
Be you.
Bye.
Bye.